just hot the gate, so a story time coming your way. Man, I'm just about to talk about how my life has did a full 360. Now, I'm not talking about what you see on my head, but I'm talking about my life instead. Now, let's take it all the way back to high school. I didn't like high school because, as we know, children can be mean, cruel, ruthless, savage, cold-hearted. Now, they always had something to say about me. The way I walk, the way I talk, the way I eat, the way I sleep, the way I breathe, the way I read. Mostly the way how I dress. Because during this time, they had a lot of expensive designer wear at this time. They had Rock Revivals, True Religion jeans, Joe jeans. I couldn't afford that. So I just stuck to my trusty Levi's, my Wrangler jeans, my Lee jeans, my stool pants, my white tees, and my black tees. I thought I looked pretty darn fancy in it. I thought I looked good. But they thought otherwise. Another reason why I didn't like high school, man, is because the job that I was working at the time. Now, I don't know if y'all got these stores where y'all live at, but here in Detroit, they got 3 stores. Marshall's, Home Goods, and TJ Maxx. I worked at the Marshall in my second year of high school all the way throughout. Now, everything was peachy. Everything was good at the beginning of the job because I was a minor. When you a minor, you only can work 4 hours. They give you 30-minute lunch breaks and you leave on time. You basically treated like a god, a king. But when you 18, man, they just throw you in with the wolves. You know, you only get 15-minute lunch breaks, you work 8-hour shifts, and it really started to get irritating. So when I first started working here, I was usually working on the sales floor, mainly in the men's department, putting clothes up, taking stuff from off the back, putting it on the sales floor. It was pretty cool. I was making my own money, and plus, I was dressing better now because I could step my polo game up. That's what they had at Marshall. A lot of polos, and I got like a 10-20% discount. Oh yeah, so I was coming to school flexing. Every single color of polo that you can name, I got it. I had it. I walked in there flexing. They like, dang, that's a new polo. I'm like, yeah, you know how I do. I was basically breaking necks at this point, so it was all good. It was lit. But I would say when I turned 18, that's when the job really got irritating. Because they took me off the sales floor and they ended up putting me at the front. Now, they had something called FEC. If y'all don't know what this is, it's called front end coverage. In this job, you are responsible to ask customers, you find everything okay? You got any price tags on your items? Do you need a layaway pull? A pretty irritating, tedious process. And I didn't like it when the line got really long because people would just look at me like I wasn't doing anything. You know what I'm saying? They would just look at me like, we need more cashiers. First of all, lady, I didn't ask you all that. I just asked if you found everything okay, if you need a layaway pickup. Another thing that they did, man, they threw me on the register. I didn't like the register. I didn't like being up at the front. And another reason why this was like a bad year for me, man, because all my life consisted of was work, school, man. Now take a look at my schedule. As y'all can see, man, I worked the whole weekend, and then I really didn't go nowhere. It was just like school during the week, and on the weekends I went to this job, Saturday, Sunday. So I really didn't have a life, man, and it was real irritating. It was real depressing. I felt so incomplete because I felt like, yeah, I was going to school, but at the same time, I was working at this job. I felt like I was making somebody else's dream come true. So when I graduated high school, man, I was still working this job. And it would irritate me. And during the summertime, man, it took me at least like 2 buses to get to work. So it was one day, man, I just broke down on my lunch break because I'm like, man, I'm not doing anything to satisfy me. I'm not living my dream out. I'm like, man, I'm 18. I should be doing way more by now. And it was real depressing. I couldn't stand it at this time. I was on a register, right? And it was like every little thing was irritating me. They was pissing me off so bad. I just reached my boiling point. I'm like, you know what? Today is the day that I quit. So as soon as I got off the cash register, I got my coat, I punched out, I went straight to the back. So I just straight up and told him like, yo, look, after today, I don't work here no more. So I end up leaving. And then my mom picked me up. And me and her had a talk in the car. And I just got in the car and I instantly broke down crying. She like, what's wrong? I'm like, I don't work at that job no more. She like, dang, you quit? I'm like, yeah, I can't stand it there. They don't treat me equal. I feel like I'm not living my life the way how I should. So she like, what you gonna do? I'm like, Mom, I don't know, but either way it goes, we gonna be good. Don't even worry about it. I'm sitting at the house. Now I'm just going to school because I go to Wayne State University, not knowing what I'm gonna do. And it was this place that I always go to. Now it's called the Apex Building. I'm real friendly to everybody. Everybody know me in there. So I was just going there after school. to study. So one day the lady like, Nigel, you want to work here? And I'm like, man, are you serious? And it was crazy because I was wondering what I was going to do. I'm not even going to hold y'all up. I was just at the house just crying every day. Because I'm wondering, like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do with my life? How am I going to make money? And not that, how am I going to satisfy my dream? So she like, we can offer you a tutor position. It's good pay. So I end up getting hired as a tutor. I told my mom about that. She was happy. Now, with this, I was slightly satisfied, but at the same time, I wasn't. Because I'm like, man, I still need something that I can do with my life. Now, I always wanted to go into comedy. And I was telling my best friends this, like, man, I want to go into comedy. All my family members were telling me, hey, yo, you should be a comedian. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and start this. I'm going to go ahead and start this comedian journey. So, this time when I first started my videos, man, I was probably like at 300 followers. I had this purple do-rag, and I found a lot of purple props around the house. A purple cup, a purple bag, grape jelly, and I just straight up made a video. And I was just talking about 360 waves. I'm like, y'all jelly that I'm spinning, y'all mad I'm spinning, I'm in my bag. And then I posted that, and I did not know that was going to get tons of feedback. I ended up getting posted on a page called Top Waivers. Now, Top Waivers, man, they got a large following. So they posted me on there, man. I was geeked. I was excited. I couldn't believe myself. People called me like, hey, yo, you just made it on Top Waivers. I'm like, man, I see. They like, yo, keep going. Keep doing what you doing. Now, that video was circulating. That's when I started to buy more do-rags. Now, for anybody that don't know who 360 Jeezy is, he's basically like the grandfather of waves. A real respected dude in the wave community. That's when he ended up posting my video on his page. I'm like, yo! You know what I'm saying? Because he got like 100,000 followers on this stuff. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. I'm in class. I'm like, man, are you serious, man? The GOAT 360 Jeezy posted my stuff? And then that's when Top Waver started posting my stuff more and more and more and more. And my following started to get up. And by the time I know it, I went from 300 followers to like 4,000 followers. And people started telling me to start YouTube. That's when I started making my own hashtag, #IBitter. And everything has been good, man. Everything has been good so far. That's pretty much the end of this video. I just want to say that for anybody that's out there chasing your dreams, go for it, man. Go for it. You may never know what the outcome may be. And last but not least, make them haters bitter. Bitter! Go!